Friday! It is a work day today, but guess what my job is today? Today, my job is to be a creator. I'm really excited about it. This is a new initiative that ConvertKit started doing this year, is having a Creator Friday every now and then, where everyone on the team gets the day off work to spend on creative projects. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get to like pretend essentially to be a full-time content creator for the day, and I'm gonna bring you along with me and show you how I spend a full day working on my own business. I have a long list here of projects that I would like to work on today. We've got a bit of editing, a bit of filming, some like content admin work, some design stuff too, which I think I'm gonna live stream. But the number one most important thing that I wanna do today is to spend some time writing my book. Specifically, I've written down that I wanna spend an hour of today writing. If you haven't heard me talk about this before, I am writing a book about marketing design. I wanna package all of the knowledge that I've built up over the past decade working in-house as a branded marketing designer into a book to help other people pursuing this line of work and this career, help them really succeed in it, have a lot of impact on the company, build their skills, have a lot of impact on their own career too. Writing a book, as I have discovered, is pretty difficult. It's not easy. It's much, much different from writing a newsletter, writing a blog post, and I know that part of that is probably like a mindset shift that I need to make in it, like it just feels like a big scary thing. But anyway, all that is an excuse to say that I have not written one single word for my book all year. And it is, you know, we're in the second half of April right now as I'm filming this, and that sucks. I am disappointed with myself for that, and so I want to get back into it and ease in with spending an hour of today writing. When you're trying to like rebuild a habit again, because I did get in a really good habit last year of writing that I've just like, you know, lost. As you rebuild, you can't expect to just like leap back in with the same enthusiasm and ability to focus, I guess, as you had previously. I know I'm gonna have to work to rebuild this writing habit, like build up the muscle again. So what I'm gonna do is set a handy dandy timer using my favorite Forest app. When are they gonna sponsor me? I'm gonna set 25 minutes where I'm gonna write, and I'm not putting pressure on myself or a word count or anything like that. I'm just going to write and see what happens, if it'll focus. So let's go. Okay, we're back from lunch now. That was delicious, and of course, good bubble tea on the way home. In case you're curious, because I know this is really what you tuned in to this video for, my bubble tea order is a roasted milk tea with pearls, ice, and no sugar. I'm feeling like before I move on to other things on my to-do list, I want to keep up the momentum that I gained on starting to write this morning, because I know that even if I do literally nothing else today, if I've spent some time on my book, then it has been a day well spent. So I'm actually going to set, let's try and overshoot our goal, huh? I'm going to set a 45-minute timer now, and we'll see what we get written. That was a really great writing session. I don't actually know how many words I wrote that time because I was kind of like a bit all over the place in some different sections, but it felt really good to read some of my previous writing and actually be reminded that this is gonna be a really good book. Like, it's not big-headed of me to say that. I truly think it's gonna help people, and I think this has definitely given me, well, all right. This has definitely given me the encouragement I needed to get back into it, so that's great. What do I want to tackle next on this very long list that I have here? I think that the thing I need to do is gather together some assets for a few videos. I always do the fun part of like recording it, and then I have to like go in and do the screen recordings, make the slides or whatever afterwards. I'm gonna get that done so that I can like stop being a blocker in the video editing process. And then I've decided that in 2 hours I'm gonna do a live stream. I haven't been able to do a lot of these recently, just because the nature of the work I've been doing hasn't really lent itself to it. But today I am doing my own work, and I'm going to work on designing some social media graphics. So I've got 2 hours till then to work on some asset stuff, and maybe do a bit of admin too before I get the fun of the live stream. This guy's having a great day, aren't you, Seb? Okay, in the last hour and a half, what have I done? I have spent the whole time preparing assets for videos. It's really eye-opening, honestly, to see how long this stuff takes. I'm making a video about Figma pro tips, so I've just recorded 10 little screencasts for each of those 10 tips. Got together all of the assets for the Inside Marketing Design episode about ConvertKit. So that's a few things checked off the list. There is just half an hour now before my live stream, so I'm actually gonna get set up right now and make sure that all my equipment is working, because it has been so long. I'm like, not 100% sure that all the setup is still correct. I can do that, and then I think I can send some emails, like send some videos off to be edited. And then maybe I would have gotten half of this very long to-do list that I made for myself done today. Okay, let's see. Do I still have everything set up correctly? This here is OBS, which is what I use for streaming. So we've got playing my intro. Oh, that's right. I think the thing I struggled with last time was music, getting that to play. Oh, I can't remember how I solved that, or if I even solved it. One thing I am realizing now as I go into the camera feed, this camera I'm vlogging on is the one that I use as my webcam with this, what lens is this? 22mm lens with a nice low f-stop. So I need to switch back to my old vlogging camera now so that this one can go hang out up on top of my screen. Here we are, back on the G7X. I don't even know if you can tell any quality difference. I just like the wider angle of the previous camera. Okay, we've got the camera is set up there now. I have some music playing through Epidemic Sound, which is what I use as my streaming playlist. It'll be linked in the description if you want. I have an affiliate link to it. It's a pretty great service if you're a YouTuber. But I think down here, I see this moving, and I think all I have to do is unmute that, and that's the music. But I'm just gonna record briefly to check. Okay, moment of truth. I would love to get back into the habit of doing like a weekly live stream like I was doing at some points last year. But it's just not the reality right now, you know? Okay, let's see. It's working! Okay, live stream is a go. That was such a good live stream, really good group of folks in the chat, and I got a lot done on my social media graphics, which was pretty fun, very productive. If I revisit my to-do list, I definitely was overambitious, but I'm happy with the things I got done and what I spent time on. In particular, the book writing, that was really important for me personally, just to like get that motivation started again. If there is a project that you have been wanting to work on and you've been procrastinating about it and not actually doing any like doing, then let this be your sign to go make it happen for yourself, because you owe it to yourself. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Creative Friday. Because I'm in Europe, most of the ConvertKit team is in the US, and I haven't gotten to see what everyone else has spent their day creating yet, but yeah, I'll look forward to checking in on that on Monday and seeing what the team got up to. Super cool that we have this benefit, very fun. If you happen to want to know more about the work that I do at ConvertKit, then you can go watch this video here. It talked through the process of creating an illustration system, something I worked on recently, and you get a bunch of, yeah, just behind the scenes insights into how we operate, how I operate as creative director there. So go watch that, and I'll see you over there.